Virgo. My name is Audrey Alison, and I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for tuning in and subscribing and liking and sharing these podcasts. Let's jump right into it, because as usual, there is a boatload of activity. Now, January 31st, two things happened. I know this is your February forecast, but I wanted to address these planetary transitions. Okay, Venus, planet of love and money, just finally went direct on the 31st and has been retrograde since December 21st of last month. So it's a good 40-day retrograde with that planet in Capricorn. Okay, so Venus has been stationed in Capricorn, and for you, Virgo, Capricorn is your fifth house of romance, children, creativity, and fun, and the pleasurable things, pleasurable aspects. So now that she's direct, that sector for you will be more fulfilled, okay? You could have seen since mid-December that that area, the fifth house, was a little off, okay? It could have felt forced or uncomfortable. But now that she's direct, it should be a little more positive there. Your relationships with your children could be more positive in that area too. And any sports and things like that. I don't normally address that, but sports is the fifth house. If you were on a team that was losing, look forward to winning, okay? Oh, I hope this applies to the Lakers. Okay, Mercury, on the 31st of January, Mercury went into Pisces, okay? Mercury, the planet of communications, your ruling planet. Okay, this is comfortable placement, because Mercury in Pisces is another mutable sign, just like you are, Virgo. So this is in your seventh house, seventh sector of marriage, committed relationships, partnerships, business partnerships, okay? Here's the tricky part. You've got about 5 days in February where the seventh house is going to be on. And then Mercury is going to retrograde. Your ruling planet's retrograding in February from the 6th until the 28th, the entire month. Here's also what's up. Mercury is going to retrograde in Pisces that it's stationed in from the 6th until the 12th, okay? And in that seventh house. But then from the 12th through the 28th, it's taking a deeper retrograde into the previous sign of Aquarius. Aquarius for you, Virgo, is your sixth house, okay? This is your health. This is your daily routine, your regime, your regimen, your daily job, the structure of the hours in your day. Having your ruling planet retrograde here is not so amazing, okay? If you've been one of the people that have escaped the flu or escaped all this BS, like the sinus infections that I've been dealing with, unfortunately your health will be a little weaker from the 12th of February through the 28th. So protect yourself there. Take your zinc, take your airbornes, take whatever nutritional diet you're on. Take it to heart, okay? Also, try to stick to your schedule as much as you can. Mercury will try to derail you. Protect yourself, your ankles, and your bones. That's just a psychic thing I'm getting. Protect your ankles and your bones. Oh, also because of what's happening with Pluto in Capricorn, Capricorn ruling dental work, bones, alignment, spine, chiropractic work. I'll get to that in a little bit. I'm ahead of myself. Okay, so Mercury is retrograding, your ruling planet. Get used to the glitches, okay? It's not always going to affect your communication style. It really just depends on what house it falls in. This retrograde for you, Virgo, is going to affect your relationship in your seventh house. And if you're not in a relationship, it could affect your business relationships, your partnerships with people. If you're not in a business partnership or a relationship, you're lucky, okay? Because it won't be severely hitting you from the 6th to the 12th, okay? And then it'll go into Aquarius until the 28th and hit that health sector and daily routine. But here's some good news, okay? On Valentine's Day, February 14th, we have a full moon, and this is 26 degrees Leo, my favorite. This is in your 12th house, though. The 12th house is, you know, that's the quiet house, the psychic house, spirituality, inner private thoughts, and even certain creative abilities. It's a very psychic house. So having a full moon here is kind of a dichotomy. It could mean that, what does it mean? Full moon in Leo for you in your 12th. You have an illuminating lunar energy, okay, in a house that's very quiet. So you could decide on new meditations. You could get into yoga, spiritual practices, okay? 12th house isn't religious house. That's the 9th house. So this is a spiritual, whatever your soul craves will be activated around the Valentine's Day weekend. And that is a longer weekend because we have a President's Day on the 17th, so you don't have to go to work. So that'll be good. Also, you know what? I just want to say this. This is the first month where we're doing a flip-flop with our lunar phases because of the 2 new moons we had in January. It's now affecting the lunar cycle starting February, where we're going to start our months with having full moons first to new. So we're going to be waning now in our months. So for the female Virgos, I want you to pay attention to your hormonal cycles. This could definitely affect your lunar cycle and your energy. And since your 6th house, Virgo, is affected in a retrograde and with the flip-flop of a lunar cycle, watch your hormones, okay? You might even actually schedule an appointment this month to have an annual physical and checkup on the feminine tip, on the feminine realm. On February 18th, the sun transits into Pisces, that it does every year. Pisces you like, because Pisces is another mutable sign. Okay, so that is a great thing. Even though it's a retrograde, it's the sun's now shining in that 7th house again for you. So it retrogrades in the 7th with Mercury, and then the sun shines and changes into it. So it's kind of battling each other. I might pull the Justice card for you with the Tarot to get some balance happening here, because it's going to be retrograded and then shined upon. So there's a little bit of a double thing happening, a flip-flop with you, Virgo, for this month of February. But the good news is that it's a short month. It's only 28 days. So, okay, here's something else I thought was interesting on February 25th, okay? Now, we know Capricorn's been in Pluto for a long time, and Chiron, the asteroid, the wounded healer, has been stationed in Pisces for quite some time. Well, these 2 planets, an asteroid, but they consider it a planet, Pluto and Chiron, will be sextiling each other. Now, sextile is a very positive aspect. They're not opposition, they're not conjunct. They're enhancing, they're in harmony with one another, okay? So this is your 5th house. Cap is your 5th house, and Pisces is your 7th house. 5th and 7th is romance and relationship, okay? So now we have a harmonious aspect at the end of February for you. So I'm comfortable about the 5th and 7th house activity, which you have this month, Virgo. It's just that 6th house in the retrograde that I don't like. Let me pull some tarot cards and see what the cards have to say for you, Virgo, for the month of February. Let's see what's up. All right, 10 of Swords. Not the most pleasant looking card, but I know what this could mean. Okay, swords are an air card, but they also represent surgeries. The 10 of Swords is rejection or someone who is wounded in their heart. But let me clarify this. It's not a good time to have surgeries in a Mercury retrograde, okay? Especially done for beautification purposes. It's also, this card can mean, since your 5th and 7th houses are activated, those of you coming out of bad relationships or bad situations or feeling rejected or wounded can find peace with Chiron healing your 5th and 7th house. So I really feel like, even though, you know, February, Valentine's Day, it goes overboard, you know, the television commercials, for people that are, you know, really get upset about Valentine's Day, it can be a harsh month. But trust that by the end of the month, by the 25th, in the last few days, there's a warm healing aspect with the sun in your 7th, and then Chiron sextiling Pluto. which actually governs change and death and transformation. If you're out of a relationship right now, take pleasure in that. Do something for yourself that people in relationships don't always get to do, okay? Get in your car and just go anywhere without asking for permission. You know, just do things to ease your heart if you're dealing with a breakup. And if you're in a relationship, well, this is just going to be even more romantic time for you, okay? And a more connected time through Valentine's Day, through the end of February. Even though there's a ruling planet retrograde, it's a warmer time with the sun going into the 7th, okay? Let me pull another card for you. Oh, and I just said that. The sun going into the 7th. So I think that, everything's really connected. This transit of the sun this month into the sign of Pisces, a mutable element sign for you. It's a good time. It could feel like summer for you, Virgo, in that when I say that, I don't mean necessarily seasonally, but I feel, unless you're in California, which is always sunny, I feel like it could feel like summer in that you have less responsibility. You might feel more carefree and less regimented, which would make sense because you do have a retrograde in the 6th, which it's going to kind of toss up your daily routine in some way, shape, or form. But it's a short month. Thank you so much, Virgo. I hope you enjoyed your forecast. My name is Audrey Alison, and I read all through the week. If you'd like to book with me, you can find me at audreyallison.com, and I'm also on Facebook at Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot. I want to thank you so much for all of your subscribing and liking. It's been amazing, so I really appreciate it with all of my heart. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you next month in March.